Welcome to MOVOX range. This movie hides more than it shows. Miss one detail and you miss everything. Let's break it down. Film opens on a quiet house. Inside, we see a girl named Darcy. She is terrified, hiding inside a closet. Fear is written all over her face. Her breathing is fast, uneven. She's clutching a doll in her hands, whispering to it. Darcy isn't just playing. She's hiding from her father, a cruel, heartless man. The doll isn't a toy anymore. It's her comfort, her only support. He used to beat her often, and this time, he's looking for her again. Soon enough, he finds her, pulls her out of the closet. He's furious. Without hesitation, he starts hitting her. The reason is simple. Darcy didn't clean the house. That's when we learn something darker. Darcy's mother is gone. She took her own life. Through tears, Darcy begs him. She says she tries her best. She keeps the house clean, but sometimes she can't because she has to go to school too. Pain and helplessness shake her voice. Her father snaps back. All you do is play with that doll all day. You never do any work. His anger turns toward the doll. He starts tearing it apart. Darcy tries to stop him, begging, reaching for it, but he doesn't stop. Her eyes change, red with rage. She grabs a pair of scissors and attacks her father. She kills him, and right there, the story slips into something dark and horrifying. The scene shifts. We now see Astrid. She's Darcy's neighbor and her only friend. Astrid lives with her own father. She's calm, quiet, the complete opposite of Darcy. Her leg is injured. That morning, she gets ready for school. She decides to walk. Outside, we see Darcy standing there, waiting. The moment Darcy sees Astrid, something lights up in her eyes. Darcy steps in front of her, and the two start walking together. It's been a long time since Darcy talked to anyone like this. Something had happened to her, something that made her shut everyone out. We already know what it was, her father's death. Since then, she had isolated herself. But here, with Astrid, Darcy talks freely. Softly, she likes Astrid. She cares for her deeply. So deeply that it had turned into love, but she had never told her. That secret keeps twisting inside her, making her restless. Today feels different. She thinks, maybe today she'll finally say it. She gathers the courage, and just as she's about to speak, a car pulls up. Astrid's friend steps out. Darcy didn't know this was coming. Two more friends are with her. Rude, disrespectful. They don't like Darcy. And once again, Darcy's hopes collapse right in front of her. One of them, the one who was clearly jealous of Darcy, starts mocking her. The jealousy is obvious, in her eyes, in her words. Astrid's male friend asks her to come with them. She refuses. No, you go ahead. I'll walk with Darcy. But Darcy steps in. Quietly. It's fine, she says. It doesn't matter. You can go. I'll come on my own. On the inside, she's holding herself together, forcing the words out. She doesn't want this, but she still says it, and eventually, Darcy goes along with them. Later, we see Darcy at a therapist's office. She's there for her mental health. Stress weighs on her. Depression comes and goes. The session begins. Darcy says her father has stopped drinking. We know it's a lie. No one knows yet that she killed him. As the session continues, Darcy speaks again. She says she's finally decided. She's going to tell Astrid how she feels. The therapist asks gently, do you think she feels the same way about you? Darcy pauses, then says Astrid has a boyfriend, but it doesn't matter, she adds. Not to me. The words reveal everything. Her stubbornness, her unstable state of mind. The therapist grows uneasy. She knows Darcy's history. She knows how quickly Darcy can lose control. This decision feels dangerous. Darcy's mental state isn't stable. Her actions already prove that. So the therapist asks, what if Astrid says no? Would that affect you? The question cuts deep. It makes Darcy uncomfortable. Yes, Darcy says. It would matter so much that I could lose my mind. The scene shifts. We see Astrid at home with her friends. We learn her birthday is just days away. One of her friends starts talking nonsense about Darcy, just to tease Astrid. She says, she's your oldest friend, right? Astrid responds, no, actually, she's my second oldest. There was someone before her. Both friends react instantly. Do whatever you want, they say, but we don't like Darcy at all. Soon, the boys arrive too. Meanwhile, Darcy is getting ready to go to Astrid's house. Astrid invited her. Darcy is happy, genuinely happy. She prepares a birthday gift. It's a doll, the same doll we saw at the beginning, from Darcy's childhood. The doll is deeply tied to her past and her emotions. Darcy speaks to the doll. She tells it to always protect Astrid. Talking to the doll still feels normal to her. That day, she gives Astrid the birthday gift. Darcy tries to mingle with the others. When Astrid goes to get drinks, her friends start mocking Darcy behind her back. There's less humor and more cruelty. The jealous friend says Darcy is weird, that she eats strange things. Everyone laughs. She leaves. Just then, Astrid returns. Her friends say they don't know why Darcy suddenly walked away, but Astrid knows better. She knows they must have said something wrong, so she leaves too. Later, her friends ask her to open the gift Darcy gave her. She opens it. The doll comes out. Everyone reacts, brows raised and comfortable. They find it strange. Astrid says calmly, I don't see a problem. It's just a doll, and it's my birthday gift. One of her friends says something unsettling. It looks just like Darcy. There's a note with the doll. Astrid's boyfriend starts reading it, and that note pushes the story into something far more terrifying. The note says the doll's name is Morgan, named after my mother. The moment Astrid reads the name, confusion spreads across her face. It says the doll is a heartfelt gift. Then Darcy's feelings spill out. out. She writes that she has liked Astrid since childhood, that if Astrid gives her a chance, she'll never disappoint her. She'll love her completely. The words expose Darcy's emotional dependence. Astrid is shaken. She's never felt anything like this before. Her friends start laughing. Somewhere else, Darcy is crying, heartbroken. Then her phone rings. It's one of Astrid's male friends. He tells her, Astrid loves you too. She loves you. Darcy's face lights up, but we know the truth. He's lying, just to humiliate her. At the same time, he's cheating on Astrid with her friend. Suddenly, he laughs. Hey, crazy girl, he says. I was just kidding. The truth is, she hates you. The words crush Darcy. That night, Astrid tells her father everything about Darcy. Her father reveals something disturbing. He says her mother, Morgan, and he were once friends, and something terrible happened to her. The mystery deepens. Astrid asks what happened. Fear and curiosity twist together inside her. Her father replies softly, my child, I can't tell you that right now. Astrid shows him the gift Darcy gave her. Before they can say more, Darcy arrives at their house. She looks broken, destroyed. Her eyes carry the emptiness of someone who's lost everything. She asks Astrid, can't you love me? Astrid tries to explain. Darcy snaps, don't try to explain. I know you hate me, don't you? Your male friend told me. Astrid says no, that's not true. He's lying. Darcy steps back. I'll prove my love, she says. I'll burn myself. And she leaves. Astrid rushes to her father. Panicked, she tells him everything. She needs us. Father and daughter rush out together. They find Darcy in the middle of the road. She has set herself on fire. She's dead. Astrid breaks down. The next day, Darcy is buried. The tragedy leaves a deep scar on everyone. Many people attend the funeral, not just Astrid and her friends. The air is heavy, filled with grief and regret. One friend is devastated, believing it all happened because of them. The jealous friend feels nothing. Darcy's therapist is there too, heartbroken. A detective approaches her. Something about the case feels wrong. He gives her his card, asks to meet next week. Night falls. Astrid is asleep in her room. The Morgan doll lies beside her. Then something happens. The doll's head turns on its own. Something is wrong. Something terrible is coming. The next day, the detective visits the therapist. He asks about Darcy. She explains Darcy's depression. They talk about her father. The detective says her father has been missing for a long time. No one has seen him. The therapist says he was cruel, not a good father. He drank heavily. He tormented Darcy constantly. All the pieces point toward a horrifying truth, yet to be revealed. So it's possible he wandered off somewhere, drunk. They also talk about Darcy's mother. The circle of suspicion tightens. They learn her mother's name was Morden. Now it seems possible that the doll originally belonged to her mother, and that she gave it to Darcy. Later, while Astrid's housemaid is working, a ball suddenly rolls toward her. It came from the upstairs room. The calm inside the house snaps into fear. She freezes. Grabbing a knife, she slowly goes upstairs to check. There's nothing there. Nothing except the Morgan doll. As the maid turns to leave, Morgan attacks from behind. The knife drives into her back. She's killed. It's clear now. The doll is alive, and it's dangerous. That night, Astrid's father steps out for work. Astrid is home alone. To cheer her up, both of her friends come over. They comfort her, tell her none of this is her fault, tell her not to take it so seriously. Her mood lifts. Just a look. We know it's coming to work. It's in the... The next day, the therapist visits Astrid. She wants to talk. She hands her a professional card and asks her to come see her soon. The danger is no longer distant. It's right next to Astrid. That night, the two friends who betrayed Astrid sit together in a car. Fear is written all over their faces. The female friend panics. My phone is still at Astrid's house. If she checks it, she'll know everything about us. So they decide to go back. Astrid is still in class. The male friend has a spare key. They let themselves inside. It's a decision that will cost lives. The girl goes inside to find her phone. The other stays outside, keeping watch. Then something goes wrong. Astrid returns home early. She's shocked to see her friend outside. He stops her from going in, makes an excuse, takes her out for a walk. Inside the house, the other friend finds her phone. She grabs it, but as she answers a call, Morgan attacks from behind. A deep slash across her neck. Blood pours out. She runs, locks herself in the bathroom, but hope is almost gone. Barely able to stand, she crawls into the bathtub. Her body shakes uncontrollably. She can't get out. Morgan steps closer. The bloody doll turns on the water. The tub fills. She drowns. Outside, Astrid's male friend waits in his car, waiting for someone who will never come back. Without knowing it, he's already near death. After a long wait, he sends her a message. A reply comes. It wasn't her. It was Morgan. And in the reflection of his car window, we see the doll's shadow. The day arrives. Astrid's birthday. Friends gather at her house. She isn't home yet. They start setting up a surprise. They don't know one of their friends is already dead. Another friend messages Astrid. A reply comes back, again from Morgan. They still don't realize a blood-soaked doll is alive inside that house. Astrid is with Darcy's therapist. She tells her quietly, Darcy gave me a doll. And from here, the story turns toward its most terrifying chapter. The moment Astrid says that, the therapist looks shaken. Show me the doll, she says. Her face says it all. She senses something dangerous. They head to Astrid's house together. Elsewhere, Astrid's male friend receives a message from his dead friend's number. I'm upstairs. Come up. It's clearly Morgan. The message rattles him, but he doesn't understand the truth. Using an excuse, he sends the others outside and goes upstairs alone. What he finds isn't his friend. It's her body. He breaks down. Then Morgan appears, not with comfort, with violence. First, the doll strikes him with a rod, wounding him. Then, again and again, until his head is crushed. At the same time, Astrid and the therapist arrive at the house. Her friends surprise Astrid. After that, Astrid takes the therapist to a room and shows her the doll. The therapist reveals something chilling. Darcy's mother used to make dolls, but she also practice dark magic. She says she came to check whether this doll is cursed. The therapist studies the doll closely. Then she tells Astrid, go enjoy the party. And with that, they step closer to the truth. I'll examine the doll properly, the therapist says. There's no doubt left in her mind. Once Astrid leaves, the therapist notices something horrifying. Human hair attached to the doll's head. Fear grips her. Now she's certain this doll is cursed. During the examination, she finds a human tooth. The evidence turns fear into certainty. Panicking, she calls the police. She rushes back to tell Astrid everything, but when she returns to the room, the doll is gone. She starts searching. Suddenly, the doll lunges forward. It grabs her throat and knocks her unconscious. Moments later, Astrid enters the room. She sees the therapist lying there. Before she can react, Morgan stands up, moves toward her. Astrid freezes in terror. The therapist regains consciousness, and then the doll removes its disguise. Its real face is revealed. Morgan is Darcy. The revelation turns everything upside down. Yes, she was never dead. This is the biggest shock. Now we understand. Darcy lied from the very beginning. Everything. So she could live inside Astrid's house like a doll. A living doll. When she talked about burning herself, she burned someone else. Her father. She disposed of his body. It was decomposing. That made suspicion easier and her plan smoother, cruel, and clever. To confirm the body's identity, Darcy placed her own tooth near the corpse. The police believed it was her body, that she was murdered. Her intelligence becomes clear. Then Darcy reveals something worse. Her mother didn't commit suicide. Her father killed her, and she admits she has killed before. The housemaid. And Astrid's two friends who betrayed her. Astrid is devastated. Darcy looks at her and says, I love you. I did all this for you. Accept me now. Astrid is frozen, terrified, unable to speak. And now, the hardest decision of her life stands right in front of her. Darcy tells Astrid to send everyone out of the house. Any excuse will do. If you don't, she says, I'll kill the therapist. Astrid does exactly that. She sends everyone away. The madness in Darcy's voice is no longer hidden. Every word carries a threat. When Astrid comes back inside, she hears her father's voice. He's home. Before she can process it, Astrid calls out for help, but fear and confusion blur everything. She can't tell if the voice is real or just another trick. Darcy covers her mouth. You don't need your father, she whispers. Astrid struggles. My father is everything to me. That's enough, Darcy snaps. She knocks Astrid unconscious. Her intention is clear now. She grabs a knife and goes straight for Astrid's father. A shallow cut across his neck. He collapses, dying. Moments later, the detective arrives. Darcy attacks him too. She kills him. Meanwhile, Astrid and the therapist manage to break free. They rush downstairs. Astrid's father lies there, covered in blood, but he's still alive. In that moment, fear mixes with a small spark of hope. Darcy steps forward, knife in hand. She says, your father is responsible for my mother's death. Something was going on between them. Hatred fills her eyes, so has delusion. Astrid's father speaks. That's not true. We were only friends. The therapist agrees. He's telling the truth, but the truth doesn't calm Darcy. Her rage burns hotter. I was close to your mother too, the therapist says. Suddenly, Astrid's friend attacks Darcy from behind. For a moment it works. Then Darcy rises. She grabs Astrid's father's gun and shoots. She fires at the therapist as well, because she wouldn't stop talking. Desperate, Astrid says the words Darcy needs to hear. I love you. Darcy softens. They move closer. Astrid gives her a bracelet, the same one Darcy once gave her. I wore it before, Astrid says. Now it's your turn. She asks Darcy to come closer for a hug. The moment Darcy leans in, Astrid stabs her. Astrid thinks it's over, but Darcy stands up again. This time, Astrid pulls the trigger. She shoots Darcy and finally kills her. The nightmare ends with the echo of gunfire. Silence follows. Astrid and the therapist talk quietly. Her father survived. Lucky. Somehow. Astrid keeps the doll as evidence, so she can tell the police everything. Even after it's over, the house feels wrong. Empty. Heavy. Then something happens. The doll's head moves. Slowly. We realize the truth. Morgan used dark magic on the doll. Evil didn't end. It just changed form. Darcy's spirit now lives inside it. Her love for Astrid was obsession, madness, and who knows how many people she'll kill. To claim that love again, the film ends here. The story stops, but the fear stays alive. But here's the part no one talks about. What happens after this changes everything, and the movie never gives a clear answer. That's why this story still isn't over. Subscribe to MOVOX Range, because the next one connects the dots.